How you doing, folks? I want to use this video just to clarify something very important. My video that I done yesterday and uploaded, there was a small section in that video which seems to have been taken as homophobic and abusive, and I would like to basically just explain the reason why I said what I did, and to explain also that I am not homophobic. Okay, I don't believe it was abusive either, but it appears that I have hurt somebody's feelings, and I would like to just clarify on that point. This is the clip. So I was standing there, police officer, I apologise, he might not identify himself as a man, I don't know, so police officer. Now, as you can quite clearly see and hear, I wasn't being homophobic at all. I simply said that, perhaps I shouldn't call him a policeman. I don't know whether he identifies as a different gender, basically. Do you know what I mean? And, this is in a politically correct world. We have to be careful what we say. As calling somebody a policeman or a policewoman or a man or a woman may be offensive to them. I do try as much as I can, bearing in mind my age. I was brought up in a time where there wasn't so many gender identities. So sometimes I forget to be politically correct, and I do often say man or woman when I'm talking about somebody, but I think a lot of people still do when they're sort of my age and above. So I want to apologise if I've hurt anybody's feelings by calling somebody a man or a woman. I do it when in the heat of the moment, or when I'm when I'm passionate about what I'm saying. It just sort of comes out and I don't think about it until afterwards. So there are times in my videos where I've called somebody a policeman or a policewoman, but at no point have I been homophobic. Okay, now just to point something out, the definition of being a homophobe is a person with a dislike of or a prejudice against a homosexual person. I do not have a dislike against homosexual people. Okay, my girlfriend's brother is gay, and he is a thoroughly nice guy. I've worked with many gay people in my time, and I honestly don't think I can say that any of them have given me reason not to like them. If I didn't like them, it was them as a person, not because of their sexuality. Excuse me. I'd also like to point out that, as I was talking about, gender identities, this is Wikipedia, gender identity. So in sociology, gender identity describes the gender that a person sees themselves as. Now, as an outsider looking at somebody, you don't know what that person may see themselves as. On outward appearances, they may be a man, they may be a woman, but inside they may feel differently. And I don't want to offend somebody intentionally. Okay, so that's the first thing there. And if we scroll down to gender expressions, gender expression, also called gender presentation, means how a person dresses, looks and acts in ways that might affect how other people view their gender. Someone who wears men's clothes and acts in a masculine way has a male gender expression. Someone who wears women's clothes and acts in a feminine way has a female gender expression. This is different from gender identity because people can choose to look or behave one way even if it's not how they feel inside. Sometimes people call this gender presentation or just presentation. So again, from the outside looking in, it's very difficult to know if somebody is offended by being called a man or a woman. So so yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go all through this here, but I don't want people to assume or think that I've been homophobic, and I certainly haven't been abusive towards anybody, okay, let me put that another way. I have expressed myself, and I do use a lot of foul language when I express myself. It's just the way that I am. But we'll have a look at this email, shall we? So you can get an idea of exactly what I'm talking about. The officer who's been dealing with my case sent me an email this morning saying that my phone is ready to collect, which it was, and I do have it, by the way. So stay tuned for some raw footage. Collect at your earliest convenience. PS, might I add that if you wish to call me foul names via social media, that you refrain, as I have been nothing but decent with you throughout this incident. You know, I was arrested, I was bullied, I was intimidated, okay, and I was deprived of my possessions, and I was deprived of my freedom for a short while. I will be contacting the force solicitor today regarding your comments about me, as I deem them homophobic and abusive. So, guys, if you don't see me for a while, it's because I've been arrested by the internet police for saying that I don't know how somebody identifies, and this abusive bit, I don't know where that's come from. But if any of you can find in any of the videos that you've watched where I've been homophobic, or where I've been actually abusive rather than just expressing myself, then please, please, please let me know in the comments, because I would really like to know where that is. And if there is anywhere, I'll hold my hands up. I will hold my hands up and I will say, officer, you're absolutely right. I said that. I'm sorry. And I will apologise. And I will take whatever punishment is necessary for that particular offence. So anyway, guys, I will catch you later. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting me. I will obviously keep updates going as things happen. Clearly somebody who watches my channel has been in touch with the police, or obviously the money we pay in council tax towards the police is going towards somebody sitting in front of a computer all day surfing the internet. So whatever. Anyway, guys, thanks again. Take it easy. Catch you later.